As today, health leaders in Snohomish County revealed the first case of vaping-related lung illness there. The county says a woman in her 20s was admitted to the hospital back in August with shortness of breath and difficulty breathing. Now, she's since been released and is recovering at home, but according to the Department of Health, we've now seen 6 cases of severe lung illness linked to vaping statewide.
Also today, lawyers filed the first vaping lawsuit in our state. Now, we know there's a lot of questions and concerns about vaping and e-cigarettes, so we are dedicating team coverage to this today. Q13's Omar Lewis spoke with a business about what it's doing to test vape products.
But first, let's start with Simone Del Rosario at the live desk. And Simone, a lawsuit just been filed in our state against the manufacturers of vape pods containing THC. What is behind this lawsuit?
So a Puyallup tribal police officer says he got lipoid pneumonia from occasionally vaping THC products. That can basically be caused when someone inhales oil into their lungs. Now, Charles Wilcoxon says on September 11th, he started wheezing pretty severely after vaping that day. Days later, his wife ended up having to rush him to the emergency room.
I was deeply gasping for air, it seemed like, because my O2 levels were so low. It seemed that every 10 steps I'd take, I'd be hunching over trying to catch my breath.
Now, this is a very fit Army veteran, a competitive runner. According to the lawsuit, he ended up spending 3 days in the hospital and more than a week away from work. Now, he's suing the manufacturers of these THC vape pods that he bought around the region. He's also suing Canna Brand Solutions, an Everett wholesaler that distributed the vaporizer he bought. Now, that vaporizer is manufactured by a Chinese company. Wilcoxon said he turned to THC products after back surgery from an injury he got as a contractor in Baghdad, Iraq. Knowing what he knew about opioid abuse, he was looking for a legal alternative to his pain.
I believed 100% that it was a safer alternative, and that's why I chose it. And the way it went, it didn't turn out that well.
Now, his attorney, former Pierce County prosecutor Mark Lindquist, says the products are not safe, and he blames a lack of regulation on the federal level.
It's the Wild West out there right now. This is a severely underregulated industry. We hope this lawsuit will help make these products safer, because the reality is millions of Americans are going to consume marijuana, and they ought to be able to do it safely.
Now, we've attempted to reach out to every company named in the lawsuit. We are waiting to hear back from them. As we know, there's a lot of pressure right now to either ban or stop using these products with so much unknown about what's making people sick. Now, medical experts still scrambling to figure out exactly which products are causing these illnesses. Q13's Omar Lewis is in studio showing us how a local pot shop is now taking steps to help answer questions from concerned customers. Omar?
Yeah, Simone, right now customers have all sorts of questions about vaping, like what's in it and exactly what chemicals are making people sick. And while the Centers for Disease Control is currently investigating all of this, the owner of Uncle Ike's Pot Shops tells us they've now tested all of their vapes trying to get some of those answers. Pot shops and e-cigarette vendors across the country are now being flooded with questions from customers about vaping. Just ask Ian Eisenberg, the owner of Seattle's Uncle Ike's Pot Shops.
A lot of customers have come in questioning, is this dangerous? Is this okay?
There are currently 6 cases of severe vaping-related lung illnesses across Washington, dating back to August. Around the country, doctors say they've now seen more than 500 cases of vaping-related lung illnesses. It's those numbers that made Eisenberg take matters into his own hands.
We sent everything we had in for testing and mainly looking for vitamin E acetate.
While the FDA and CDC still don't know exactly what products and substances have caused these vaping-related lung illnesses and deaths, the FDA says most of the THC samples they've collected from sick patients also contained significant amounts of vitamin E acetate, an additive that doctors say can be dangerous when inhaled.
They have many chemicals in them, and then when you're heating them up at a very high temperature, they're turning into ultrafine particles that can go deep into your lungs. So even if some of these chemicals are safe for ingestion or for other uses, like putting on your skin, we think that they may be causing a lot of harm to your lungs when you're inhaling them.
Eisenberg says after sending all of their vaping products in for testing, they all came back showing no signs of vitamin E acetate.
All of our products came back completely clean and safe.
While the FDA and CDC continue investigating an exact reason for these lung illnesses, doctors say this about vaping.
Because it's been multiple cases and it's all across the U.S., it's not just one specific shop, one specific company, we're recommending that nobody vape.
But for people who do continue to vape, Eisenberg says he's doing everything he can to give them some sort of peace of mind.
I'm a customer, my friends, family, they're all customers. I want to make sure what they're buying is safe.
And coming up here at 5 o'clock, we'll tell you how pot shop customers can get their hands on those lab results that show more details on exactly what's in those vapes. We're live in the studio this evening. Jamie, Brian, back to you.